EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown.
And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Mendoza. Working downfield. He's got Thornton. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Mendoza. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The Raiders are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Off play action. Mendoza. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mendoza. He'll find Jeanty out of the backfield.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Second and 5. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Loose inside the 30. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Walker will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
It's a shame these kids ain't seen no freak roots. DC Howard homecoming to wild weekends. Youngsters said when I'm grown I'm coming. They got grown, start clubbing and doing what we wasn't. When I was young I only wanted. I only saw the next 10 minutes. ADHD I guess. Things unchanged, but now I want to add an extra zero. Be the hood hero.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Mendoza completes this one to Thornton. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
A.J. Cole.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. The back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room,
Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Mahomes pass intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And here's Mendoza throwing to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mendoza. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mendoza under pressure, and they got to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A run straight ahead with Genty. They showed up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Matt Gay on for the Raider field goal. A 53.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mahomes going to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one's going to sail on him a bit. And it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw it to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's complete to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Mahomes now to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. He's converged on quickly, and I don't think he got the first down. He did not. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they'll go empty backfield. 5 receivers in the formation on 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Mendoza. Room past the 35. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jack Bech, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Gay is on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Trying to find Caldwell, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On 1st down, it's Genty. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking to throw. Mendoza. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope it didn't come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down, Chiefs.
Caldwell in motion left. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Caldwell. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll set up the throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Mendoza throwing to start the drive. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
At the 26-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Down the sideline he goes. And he's in for the touchdown. On the final play of the first half, the prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll go again with Genty. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Genty. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
44-yard line. A gain of only a yard.
They'll go. Here's Genty. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
On the give, Genty. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Mendoza. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. How about this? They'll change it at the line. To throw is Mendoza. Throwing on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A second 4th down conversion on this drive. Living dangerously, but they've got another first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Mendoza, off play action. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
25 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Straight ahead, Walker. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to 2. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
First down. First and 10.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Raiders on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
At the Chiefs' 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DV, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talking about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Xavier Worthy on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mansour Delane. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Safe back at the 13-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll drop the throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Caldwell. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
From 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And shoves him off at the 20. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2-2-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
1st and 10.
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
But if you do it one bite at a time. That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency. They have to be careful as well.
It's kind of like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
And 3 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 3. They'll get this out to Genty. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up down the numbers. There he goes. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing it in a...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Mahomes going to throw it here. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Forced out to his left. And Walker has it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea